Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? As you can see by the title, I passed. I'm an RN. Officially, I'm an RN. How exciting is that? I'm ecstatic. I can't believe it. Woo! Best feeling in the world. I got this huge monkey off my back called Nclex, and I never have to take it again in life. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, so if y'all don't know, let me tell you a little bit about how this went down and what happened, and what I kind of did to pass, what kind of worked for me, and any suggestions I have for other people. So first off, this is my third time taking this test. I have another video on Nclex experience which talks about it a little bit more, but just to kind of give you a quick synopsis, the first time I took the test, I got 230 questions and I ran out of time. I used about 6 hours. I don't even know how that's possible, but I did. So I did that. Second time, I got all 265 questions. Must be my lucky number. And I didn't pass. It said I got near passing on everything, which who knows what that means. Third time, I got all 265 questions, which was on Friday the 16th. And I was in there for like 5.5 hours. Around question 200, I was crying hysterically in my seats because I had no idea what I was doing, what answers I was actually answering correct or wrong, and I was tired from sitting there for 5 hours already. So it might have been the weariness. It was cold. Everybody was leaving, and I didn't know none of the answers to the question. So, I had a little predicament going on there. But, so anyways, I did the Pearson VUE trick. More than likely, if you're watching this video, you know what the Pearson VUE trick is. But if you don't, let's recap. If you go register on Pearson, and if they let you register, if they let you go to the credit card page, you failed. If you get a pop-up that says something about contact your state board of nursing, you can no longer register, then you pass. Yay! So I did that, and I actually got the pop-up, and I was excited. I was, ecstatic, but it wasn't enough to be like, okay, I'm really in it. I had to see it on paper. I had to see the word PASS under Jessica's name. I had to see it. It just wasn't solidified with just the Pearson VUE trick, but it does make you feel a little bit better while you wait. So 48 hours later today, I paid the $7.95. Boy, do they know how to keep getting their money. Do you hear me? So I paid the $7.95, and it said I passed. Yay! I am an RN, and I'm so excited. So let me tell you what I did for it. Okay, I prayed. You gotta pray. I can't sing, God, but whatever. You gotta pray. You gotta have the Lord on your side with this test, because it's such a hard test. Like, you don't know really what they're grading, how they're grading, and what you're getting wrong, what you're getting right. 15 of the questions don't even count, and you don't know what 15 they are. It's just very stressful, especially if, you've already taken it once and you have to take it again. It's a stressful experience. It's tiring. It's weary. It can really get you down. I mean, I was doubting whether I should even be a nurse. Should I try another field? I just really felt like I just couldn't do it after a while. I mean, you just get tired. And then what makes it worse is nobody else understands unless they're in your shoes. Everybody's just like, oh, it's just a test, so you're passing. And it's like, this ain't just a test. This is a very big deal that is draining me right now. So, if you're going through that, I completely understand. It is just hell, and I'm serious. But all bad things come to an end at one point in time. They will definitely come to an end, and one day it will definitely happen for you. Even if it's your first time taking it, it can still be stressful because nobody wants to retake this test more than once. I mean, I almost spent $1,000 on this test trying to retake it, and that's not even including reviews. Okay, so first thing I do, pray every day, 4 or 5 times a day if you can. Second thing, I have tried plenty of reviews. I tried Hurst, I tried Kaplan, Comprehensive Prince Hall, Hesse Books, Nclex RN, Black Book with a big world on it. I don't even know what it's called. I've tried Nclex Cram, or RN Cram Notes, something like that. I've had pretty much every review book you can think of. I spent so much money on review. I've had the Hurst review. Even though I already had the review, I bought another Hurst book. Why? I don't know. You think these books are going to help you, but half the time they don't. So, out of all that stuff, that does not mean it all helps. Let me tell you what really works for me. Prayer, of course, I'm going to keep saying it. Get on it, y'all. Two, I would definitely say YouTube videos. Watch as many. If you have problems with pharmacology, if you have problems with knowing cardiac diseases or any kind of disease, procedure, anything like that, it's free to just look it up on YouTube. Just look up as much stuff as you can. That's what I did, and a lot of stuff, you know, that's just a budget-friendly way to kind of get stuff to stick, because I'm more of a visual person. Reading it all day doesn't do anything for me. So that was that. That's number 2. See, those first 2 things are free. Ha ha ha, I'm keeping you on a budget. Now, here's where we start spending money. This book here, Comprehensive Review Nclex RN. This is a good book, y'all. Let me tell you why. It's about 1,600 pages. This is the 2008 edition. They do have a 2010 edition, but it's the same content. They don't even change anything. Maybe the cover, you know, it's not a big deal. It does come with a 5,000 question CD, which if you have time is good to do. I didn't do it. I just kind of read majority of this book, flipped through it. The reason I like this better than the other review books is because the other review books are very outliney, meaning it's just kind of an outline form. It really doesn't explain too much. You can't really understand it. This book does it in like layman's terms, you know, for the simple folks who can't be just concentrating or gotta look up stuff if they don't understand it. Like I shouldn't have to go look up other stuff in another book to understand what this book is saying. No, I don't have time for that. So I like this book. It's an easier read, and if you don't feel like reading the whole chapter, they highlight like particular points that are just Nclex points that you should probably know from that chapter, and you could go from there. So you ain't got all day to read it. Take 20 minutes, read the highlight notes, and go on about your day. Okay, number 4, Hurst review. I did Hurst review. Let me tell you why. I was lacking in content and critical thinking, and don't let nobody tell you you don't need both to pass this test. You need both. 50-50, you need both. And I was lacking in both. Now, content-wise, Hurst was wonderful. It made me put everything in the body together as a whole, where I understand why CHF connected with the kidneys and all this stuff. That stuff didn't make sense to me when I was in school. Everything was its own little separate entity. Cardiac was different from, y'all know the other parts of the body, you know. So everything was just separate, and it never connected. Hurst review really made it easier to remember, easier to learn. They have cute little videos that help you remember all the fluids and all that kind of, it's really good. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Do I think it will solely help you pass the test? Not really, because it doesn't have any critical thinking in it. But content-wise, it is a beast. And if you like to watch videos as opposed to reading stuff, that's it. And my 5th thing, I think I'm on number 5. And this is the last thing, Kaplan review. I love Kaplan review. Okay, it's long. It's going to take time to do it, but it's well worth it. Let me tell you, it really, really is. Because it's the critical thinking part that you really need to learn. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. The questions were so oddly similar, that were on the Nclex, that were the same as in Kaplan. I mean, it was really great practice. My input on that is, when you do Kaplan, you make sure you answer all their questions. That includes they have questions on their videos. You want to answer all those. Those are like a good 400 questions you could answer. Then you want to do all your question trainers. But when you do these, make sure you go over your right and your wrong answers. Don't just go over the wrong answers. Go over all of them so you know exactly why you got them right. Because sometimes you just get it right because you guessed correctly. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't really know. Key thing, go over wrong and right. Do as much as the question bank as you can. Me, I didn't do the whole question bank. I had done it previously because I had it months before, but I didn't remember none of the questions. So it was like it was brand new to me pretty much. So I probably did half of the question bank when I did it. I would definitely advise do all of it. The whole thing 100%. If you're going to pay all the money for it, do the whole thing. Go through every single question. That is really what's going to help you pass it. Another thing is oh yeah. Make sure y'all know y'all meds. I know some people were like, you don't need no meds like that. I don't know what happened on this test, but they put a new format question on it, and I've taken it 3 times in the past 6 months, so it's a pretty tight time frame where I've taken it. And they added a new format kind of question. I was like, and it had a lot to do with meds, okay, you guys? So make sure you guys know your medications. And you don't have to know them particularly well, but at least know, at least by the categories, you know what I'm saying? And how to figure out what category certain stuff is in. So yeah, that's what I did. And that's what worked for me. Now, if you don't want to spend all that money on it, the thing I would say use is the Kaplan review and this book. You could probably skip out on hurst if you feel like you can get content on your own. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, Nclex has the simplest topics. They're just so hard to figure out that you'd be like, I don't know. But it's not hard topics. It's not stuff you ain't never heard of, you know. So that's what I would say. Get the whole Kaplan review. Get this handy dandy book. Do that. Do that for a month. Do Kaplan for another month, and you'll be good to go. Oh, and if you're like me, who likes visual, YouTube, everything, and pray. Prayer works, y'all. It really, really does. I pray for anybody who has to take this test again, because it is expensive and it gets tiring. So, you know, good luck, you guys. And I hope everyone the absolute best. I'm sure you will do wonderful. I understand it gets weary. It gets very, very weary. But, you know, hang in there. It will be well worth it when you become a nurse. It definitely will. So, that's my input. If I missed out anything, if y'all have questions about anything I did or how many questions I did a day or stuff like that, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what questions you can have. If you do, let me know. I will have no problem answering it. But that's just me. And good luck, you guys. Have fun studying and becoming a nurse out here. So, love y'all.